When we are underway, I spend most of my time at the lower helm. I use the flybridge for docking and picking up moorings, anchoring, and then just harbor cruising when it's a nice day, warm and not too windy. But the majority of the time, I'm down here. It's close to the fridge, and everybody else tends to just hang out in the house. The Helm chair is teeny tiny. It's essentially sized for a child. It's a perfect fit for my 10-year-old son. The issue isn't so much the width, it's the depth. It's 10 inches by 17 and a half wide. And the backrest is super short, 8 and a half, 9 inches. So here are the issues. When you sit in this thing, the cushion compresses and this wooden lip that keeps the cushion in place gouges into your legs, cutting off the circulation. You can see here, this is incredibly uncomfortable. Rollable cushion. I leave this down here, seat cushion up here. The left foot is airborne and my right can rest on the step, but it's actually a little bit too low. And so what I end up doing is piloting with my feet up here on the dash, which is just fine when the autopilot's active, but hand steering is limited to standing or having my legs go numb. So I removed this cabinet and took a load of measurements to determine if there was any kind of affordable Helm chair, pedestal-based chair on the market that would fit in its place. We'll have to give up the AC-powered ice maker, and we're fine with that. A friend of mine found a used Springfield chair package with a swivel base and 24-inch pedestal. Super nice $2,500 chair package. It was like a third of the price used. The upholstery is a little stained and dirty, but that's okay. I'm just gonna get it dirty. So I'm dealing with a couple of clearance and dimension issues here. This is the pedestal on center with the wheel and the seat adjustment set all the way forward and the footrest all the way forward. And it's very tippy when I sit in it since it's extended forward. But that's pretty good. To have my hand on the wheel, I do have to lean forward slightly, but it's manageable. To get the chair closer to the wheel, I would have to move the pedestal forward, and then that means moving around this storage step, which means the chair would no longer be on center with the wheel. With the chair and footrest extended to the aft position, it's essentially the same amount of space to get through the doorway. And let's make sure it's possible to move. Shit. Chair is centered and the footrest is in the aft position. You can see it's hitting the cushions here, or if it's into the cabinet in a lower position, it's going to gouge up the woodwork. So I think I'll just put some little plastic guard on the wood here to preserve it. And this is unfinished plywood. And actually all the rest of the step, that's all finished. So I think what I'll do is this one panel here, I will reuse some of the veneer. We'll cut up this old seat and just cap off this side of the settee. So the original seat is at its factory height. That's just a little bit below my waistband. Exactly the same height. In part 2, I'll work through creating a backing plate, probably a top plate, and bolting everything down to make it secure.